A very good afternoon and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us at e-KLESF 2022. I'm Dr. Ong Kiaju from University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Utah. Today, Mr. Shatiswaran will be presenting a webinar titled Usage IoT in Modern World. Mr. Shatiswaran is an alumni of MMU. Just a little housekeeping before we start. If you have any questions, please type them in the chat box. We will bring them up during the Q&A session at the end of this session. Dear participants, please sign your attendance in the link posted in the chat box. Without further delay, let us turn the time over to Mr. Shatiswaran. Over to you. Mr. Shatiswaran, your mic is...
Oh, okay. Sorry for the technical error. Thank you, Ms. Ong, for giving me the opportunity. And also, I would like to thank e-KLESF for bringing me over to share my thoughts and also my IT knowledge on this. So first and foremost, I would like to know about the crowd, as currently my topic that I'm going to speak is about IoT. So I would like to see the response in the chat as part of us having interacting back and forth. I would like to see how much of us are already in use, meaning using IoT in their daily life. So an example as a smartwatch or RFID or any sort of IoT that I would like to see the response. How much of y'all are already having IoT before I get into the topic? Yeah, you are allowed to open up your mic and share your thoughts as well on the IoT part before I share mine. Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, I think people are quite aware of IoT, maybe because of the session was part of some time. So I would like to share my screen. Just give me some time for that. Yeah, thank you. All right. Okay, so I would like to start with my topic. I hope I'm audible and also the screen is visible on your end. All right, so currently my topic would be the usage of IoT in the modern world, meaning to say from the start of IoT has bloomed in the overseas and also it has come over into our country. So we would like to know how is it working in our country as well. So without further ado, I would like to move to the next slide as a simple briefing of IoT. IoT is a short form for Internet of Things. So it is part of IR 4.0 and also it's the current emerging thing in Malaysia and also overseas, meaning to say in Southeast Asia and also Europe. So a part of this, Internet of Things has also been a majoring subject in Malaysia, meaning some of the universities are already having Internet of Things, as some are having it as a subject and some of the universities are having them as a whole, where you can take your majoring as computer science, majoring in Internet of the Things. So that sort of capabilities are there in Malaysia as well. So a brief introduction about Internet of Things is Internet of Things is something which can collect data. So if in what is written here is Internet of Things is physical object with sensors, processing ability, software, and other technology that connect and exchange data. So as an example, I would say something that you see in your daily life would be a drone. So drone has become a famous thing. Even I have went to the Switch conference back last month where I saw drone has become drone has been researched to become a carrier for food. Meaning there are countries are already implementing Grab, which is sending foods using drone. So this is also Internet of Things, meaning IoT is there. Meaning it collects data and also it gives the data and it provides services to the human being. So it's bringing betterment to us. So it also known as the exchange of data with other devices and system over the internet or other communication networks. Meaning IoT can be used. It can be used using via internet, meaning online. As in layman terms, we connect to Wi-Fi and use this. We use our devices, and also it can be used in offline purpose, such as smartwatch. Like the watch that I'm wearing here, it's Garmin Phoenix 5. This watch acts as it collects data and it gives to the mobile. So in this term, we can see that it's working offline as well. So that is the emerging thing in the Internet of Things. So apart of drone watch, I would say even whatever data is collected by the weather forecast is also Internet of Things. So they are using few devices which to collect the data and also supply it, collect the data, bring it to the data analyst, and it shows the outcome. So apart of that, I can also say an example as the healthcare during COVID-19, which was a massive thing in our life back then. So we have used Internet of Things in many of the devices. So such as devices in the hospital, like the heart sensors, the machine which let us know how strong is our heart pumping. So all these devices as IoT which collects the data and provide to the system. So yeah, so as that's a brief introduction for this Internet of Things. So if there is any question regarding this Internet of Things, you can feel free to type it out in the chat forum, or you can also open up your mic. Be free to raise your hand and come out with questions about Internet of Things. Yeah, thanks. So I would like to move to the next slide where I have came with a few of example. So I have chosen the famous, not to say famous, it's widely used in Malaysia. These are three IoT devices. So one would be a well-known device, which is Google Home Voice. It's called Google Home Voice. Yeah. So it has multiple version, and also it's widely used in our country, meaning there's amount of purchase that has been done in our country. So I have an example of it as well with me handy. So this is Google device, where it is a medium where you can interact with it. You can interact with it. You can give it data by voice, where you can say, you can say, please play me this music. It will capture that data. It populates to the database and bring back the song because it's connected to your phone. So that would be one of it, Google Home Voice controller. And the other example that I would like to show up is the Garmin smartwatch that I was showing previously. So Garmin smartwatch, they have IoT plays an important role in this Garmin smartwatch. Not only Garmin smartwatch, in general smartwatch. So if you see, I believe that I could say half of the person who's listening to this forum is already having a smartwatch on their hand, and also I would say most of them might use Apple because Apple is a preferable brand in Malaysia. So if you see the IoT, how it works in your smartwatch, you can see as an example, whatever, meaning the details that you capture, you can populate to your phone. So where in this Garmin watch, it can collect data where how fast do you run, kilometer per hour, and also how much of calories been burned. So all these been populated into your phone, and there is also application where it shows how much of kilometers that you need to run in a day, how much of training methodologies you can use in a month in order to have a healthy lifestyle. So that's that. And also I would like to speak up about our latest technology in our country, which is the smart toll. Smart toll. As you can see, smart toll, I'm referring to the RFID that we are having in our Malaysia. So that would be a proof that IoT has bloomed in our country, and we are using everywhere. And I would bravely say that IoT is in most of the device that we are using. So from here, I would like to go in detail in how this in this Google Home voice controller works. Okay, I'll move to the next slide. So in general, Google came out with many technologies, and recently they came out with the latest home voice controller. So when we are talking about home voice collector, it works as it picks up the voice, and it also connect to the entire system or in your phone. It's called Google Home app, and this app also can control most of the devices in your home if it's connected to the Wi-Fi. So in this case, you can see multiple IoT devices is been included in one topology in order for it to work hands on hands. So in here we are having internet which is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is connected to the Google Home. Google Home is connected to your home TV, smart home TV. That is also an IoT device. And all these works in we could say it's working on a geography method. So in this, so the best part of using this kind of IoT is in Google Home. You can have an advantage where you can play your songs while you're in your room or in anywhere. You can control your songs via your phone app in the Google Home. So this is one of the advantage that you are having while using this sort of IoT devices. So it also a part of it is also about the videos that you can control via your Google Home Play. So you can set up your home, not only your home, your room with a Google device, a TV, and also yourself laying on the bed, and can get everything controlled just at the place that you're sitting. So here I would like to again sternly tell that IoT has bring so much betterment to our lifestyle. So that's that for Google Home voice controller. Next, I would like to move to my favorite device, which is using this IoT. So yeah, back to Garmin. Garmin smartwatch. What is the best part of Garmin smartwatch? It can also implement the use of GPS. It is connected to the satellite, and from satellite it pulls a data and populates to you. So meaning you can have your own GPS, meaning GPS, it will be in the format of GPX, if you all are familiar of. So you can download your GPX into your watch. Then from there, whenever you are hiking or you are doing trail runs or any sort of outdoor activity, you can track it in your GPS in your watch. So there's no need of you open your phone on the place where, meaning you are running in the jungle, there's no need for you to open your phone, look at your map, and continue running. You can ease your life with the ease that IoT has brought in here, using the Wi-Fi and also using the GPS in the watch without using any internet connection. So this also proves that it's working offline, and also it helps human to look up to places using GPS. So a part of this, Garmin also has its IoT, which is working in plain GPS, meaning our aeroplane AirAsia and also Mars is also using this Garmin device, Garmin technology in order to have their GPS system. So, meaning to say, IoT is not only is worked in your watch or in your smartwatch, but it's used widely where until the range of plane is using the GPS, and also IoT is a big thing there. It play a big component over there. So by that, I would say that usage of IoT is at the max here. And also learning, bringing your career into IoT is also a thing where you're going to see a blooming technology in coming 2 to 3 years or 5 years. So that's on the Garmin. So Cheba, I would like to speak about the final technology that I was speaking about IoT. So this would be the smart tool collection that I was speaking about, IoT. So IoT in here, smart tool collection, I would like to compare from the era where we were using money in our smart tool. That was the era I would say 90s or before 90s, during our parents' time. That's when we paid for the toll, and the barrier will lift up by a manual way of the person clicking, and we trespass the toll gate. And this happened way back. And also there is many drawbacks in this practice, where if a person without a cash, without money or cash, sufficient cash is in front of you, might make the entire toll or entire process to be stopped at a moment. So now it has from that we have brought it to touch and go and also smart tag. So touch and go works as an IoT as well, because there is a device where you use the NFC of your card touching to the smart tag, where it populates the data of your amount of your money, and it open up the barrier. So we have see the flow changed by I would say 80% of jam in front of toll. It has brought up to 50 to 40% in Malaysia. So this is another proof saying that IoT is only bringing us forward in this modern world, rather than a confused mindset where we are having hard time using touch and go or what. And also we can proudly say that even senior citizens are also using touch and go. And now at our current moment of time, RFID has came into the picture. So RFID is newly used technology in Malaysia, where the RFID is evaluation. It is been said evaluation on transport technology. This is a statement given by our transport minister himself, meaning that this evolution has taken place, and we are going to go full-fledged on it real soon. Meaning RFID is the thing where we are going to use it in the barricade. So as per said, IoT in RFID, how it works, you have a chip there. It knows how much of cash you have. So meaning to say, from your phone, it pulls the data. It keeps in the RFID chip that you paste in your car, and from there it communicates to the barrier, to the scanner. From the scanner, it communicates to the machine saying that this person is having sufficient credit. And also Besides RFID, we also Malaysia has also implemented and also brought in I would say a new technology, which is the NFC technology, where you can top up your cards using NFC. So this is also a process where we're using Internet of Things, where we are generating the money amount using few application, AS400 application, meaning it's a banking application, in order to change from the credit that we have in order to bring it into the card that you have in order to trespass the toll. So this, I would say that these are the best thing of IoT in this is the three best thing that I could bring to this forum to you guys to make you understand how important is IoT, and also and how much of good things that IoT can bring to our life and also in this modern world. So besides these three devices, I would like to also, since I have another 15 to 20 minutes to go, so I would like to also share a little bit of my work background and also a little bit of background how you as a student or a student who looking to get yourself into this IoT technology could advance in your studies. So once you guys have completed your SPM, you all can always get into foundation in information technology in order to have a brief education about these technologies such as Internet of Things. Then after you can major meaning from foundation you can get into your degree. You can get into specialization such as you can get into computer science or internet or information technology, specialization in subjects like data analytics or engineering, bachelor's in BE, bachelor's in engineering, but your specialization would be more into computer things and Internet of Things. So from here, things that you will learn mostly is you will learn how to program a specific chip or also microprocessor in order for it to work in this kind of Internet of Things tools. So as an example, I would like to take, if you see the latest technology in the parking area, if you go to IOI Putrajaya, if you are in KL, or any parking in Sunway, parking in KL, or if you are in other states, I believe that it's coming to all the states right now. The technology is blooming. So they are already using a technology where you can scan your number plate in order for you to enter the car park and you pay it later. So meaning to say, they have planned the machine called Raspberry Pi. It's a microprocessor, and they have programmed. The program that they are using is Python in order to get it work where it scan. It's artificial intelligence work alongside with IoT in order to get data and also to let you to park, and it can scan the number plate and it can populate. I truly believe that few of the people here have tried this technology, and it's an amazing Internet of Things technology which has been proven and currently being used, because back then when I was working in order it working as a brain in order to help this sort of parking system. Yeah. So that would be a path for you to follow in order to get yourself nearer to Internet of Things and also you can be a part of a change to this world, meaning upcoming technologies. So a part of that, I would say, if I do believe that there is amount of students in this forum, and also if there is programmers in this forum who's looking to bring forward their ideas into IoT, I would advise them to take up their skills in programming language such as Python, R, and also Java. So these three programming is quite famous right now for you to have a hands-on into Internet of Things. Meaning, most of the Internet of Things, they are being powered by microprocessor. So all these microprocessors need to be programmed by this programming. So you can, right after your SPM, you can get your studies into your tertiary studies, meaning your tertiary studies would be information technology or computer science. Then after, you can play around with this sort of technology, and you might be the next scientist who create more technologies in coming days. So those are quite of my 2 cents on these technologies. So a part of this technology, I would come to an end, where those are my sharing about this Internet of Things. Now I would like to open the floor for questions. If there's any questions, you can feel free to drop it in the chat box, as I would like to answer them. And also you can unmute your mic, and we are open for question. That's that. And it's back to you guys. Yeah. Anything regarding Internet of Things, I'm open to answer. And also, if anything in regards to your career path to IoT, I would love to share here. Yeah. So I would like to take 5 minutes time for this Q&A session. Anything regarding Internet of Things which has been used in Malaysia, and also it's widely used in Europe countries as well, meaning the technology is widely used in Europe countries. So feel free to drop any questions. All right. Hi, Jason. Thank you for your question, as I would like to answer yours first. Okay. So yeah, first and foremost, I would like to thank you for being in this forum on Sunday. Even on a Sunday, being in a forum is something you are winning towards your career growth already, because there are some of your friends are in holiday mode on the other end, but you are so positive in this particular forum, and you have came out with a question as well. So I'm really happy to see that. So your question, Jason, question is, what are the basic, as I'm sharing the screen, what are the basic knowledge one should have before starting to learn programming language? Okay, so the basics, I would say one should have is most of the universities are looking at kids who not only I would say students who are good in mathematics and also logics, because both of these play an important role in order for you to do programming, and also to understand the logics behind it. Meaning cognitive skill is also something that you need to know in order for you to program. But what I would say is, rather than you seeing it as what are the knowledge that I need to know before I start to program, I would say you should try to program first, meaning you can meaning the mostly used IDE for code is VS Code. So you can get VS Code downloaded and you can try basic codes such as games, snake and ladder games. All these are basic codes, basic Java programming codes that you can try in order for you to know how far is your interest. And also, beside maths, I truly believe that logics is the important thing. And also your discrete mathematics is important. If you see in Form 6, we do have trigo and discrete mathematics. So those are the things that you need to be really keen in order to know, in order to program. But this is what I would suggest for Java-based program and also C++ and C. Besides that, we do have in layman term, it's a programming which you can learn even without knowing this knowledge and all. There is program which is easier to learn, that I would put Python in that Python and also R programming in that side, because all both of these program you can use only very simple functions in order to get your data scrapped. So Python is well known for data scrapping and also data visualization. We use Python. So mostly we use only one function. You put in your numbers, you get a graph. So all this sort of technology is something that you need to try. So I would give you, I can give you a few examples like Google. Google do have a few Python developing IDE as well. You can try it as well on your end. So in here you can learn how to do graphs easily using these simple functions and also numbers. So I hope I did answer your question, Jason. If you have anything further, you can unmute yourself and speak, or you can type in the chat. So I would like to move to the next question by Ron. Hi, Ron. I'm happy to see you as well. And your question will be like, how will the change would be IoT change in the next 5 years? Okay, so that is I would say it's an interesting question, because I would say technology, for if you see the technology of IoT, it's going in a graph where it's a steep graph going up. So even in current days, we are seeing IoT in where we are using it to solve problems. So I'm seeing IoT as a problem solving technology being used in these days. So in coming years, I would say my opinion for IoT is, in coming 2 to 3 years, it would be where we will be solving problems. And in coming 5 to 10 years, IoT will be a technology where we use to add colors to our life. So that is in layman term. Add colors meaning to say make our life more colorful. So I would bring up one of the technology which is very much used in current days, is the avatar AI. If you all have seen, where you all see a face, then you all scan it and you all use the app. It became like cartoonized a bit, but very much detailed. So that is also IoT, but it's more skewed into artificial intelligence, where they are using few frameworks in order to get that particular thing done. So I would say that is what I'm seeing IoT in the next 5 years. So it will grow in a way where you will see beautiful things coming in, like avatar AI, or maybe you will see this sort of technology they are using to enhance our, no more like enhance our life, but to make it more interesting. And also for in programming, it would be the same. So that's that, Ron. And I would like to go to the next question. It sounds as, in your opinion, what are the pros and cons of learning programming language? And what are the challenges one will face? Okay. So when it comes to pro and cons, pros, I would say when you learn programming, in my opinion, right? So the pro that when you learn programming, you will be very logic oriented person. Meaning to say, when you are thinking too much of programming, even when you have a normal, this happened to my life as well. In my life, when I chat with my mother, I come out with her like, Mom, why are we having this thing? What is the logic behind it? So the things that, okay, the pro is that you will see logic in it, but the cons, okay, pro and cons is in the same sentence. So cons in this is you will find logic in everything. So whatever you see, whatever you hear, you need a logic in it. So logic sense in it. So you will be very you will have so much of question in you when you are a programmer. And that totally depend on you. You want to take it as a pro or con. And otherwise, skill wise, I would say pros in your life, I would say programming is blooming. Programming is blooming in Malaysia, Singapore, and also whole wide world. So whatever programs that you know, if you master it, as an example, if you are a Java programmer, but if you are mastering Java into data related framework, it's called Kafka. If you know Java and Kafka, now in Singapore alone, they are willing to give you 15 to 20K Sing dollar when you know Java and Kafka. So you should see the advantage of programming in that way in career growth. And also, yeah, that's that for you, Jay. Thank you for your question. So I would move to Harshini. Sandran, thank you for your question. So, will the future be powered by IT for tasks and reduce the variety of jobs? Okay, this is I would say multi-nation debate. This debate is been brought up, meaning I've been to few forums for IT and also technology, and seems to be like most of the people are not to say worried. They have the question where if technology come, because currently IoT and AI, we, as an example, I would like to take accounting as an example. So we do have a few applications which works as an accountant, meaning that applications, if you pile it up with your system, with your, meaning to say with your company, it will does the accounts for your company. So we have, as an example, we have Malaysian technology, not technology, Malaysian web app called iAccount. You can check iAccount in internet. So all these have became a tool for accounts for companies. So by this, I would like to answer your question. I would say it's a no, where it won't reduce the variety of jobs, but it would increase the right word would be, it would increase the enhancement of jobs, meaning accountants would feel easier when have this sort of IT powered technologies. Same like how calculation was hard back then when we were doing papers, when we were doing calculation using paper and pen. And then comes calculator. Calculator was doing by calculate the programming behind calculator is C as well. So it's the one powering the calculator. And currently life has become easier, right? From us putting 50 plus 50 in paper and getting it 100, I would just put it in calculator 50 times 2, so get an answer. So that would be my opinion, Ms. Harshini, and thank you. So next, I would move to Mr. Ran. So his question is, would we be headed to a more less hardware or more software oriented? Okay, this is as far as I see, it's going into a more software oriented technology. Because why I'm saying this is back then, like back in 5 or 10 years back, we had data centers all over Malaysia. In order to small data centers, in order to cater the servers, to cater the technology in Malaysia. But now at current situation, we are having cloud source, where even you or me, we are using Google Cloud. in order to store our data, and also we're having iPhones, iCloud to store data. So all these are going into software. So it's become software compared to hardware like bare metal servers. So I would say it's skewing towards software. So that would be the thing. So next, I would like to answer Mr. Kyril's question. How IoT can work hand in hand with AI? Okay, this is a good question. So as what I've brought 3 examples. So the 4th example was earlier, if you all still remember, about the avatar AI that it's blooming in the social media, where we are having IoT in order to pull the data as a framework. It pulls the data, and also it works AI where it generates an image of a person. So this is an example. So the next example, I would say the same Google Home that I've spoke before. It pulls data. IoT is the one pulling the data and also pre-processing it, and it's bringing you to a song, right? That is artificial intelligence. Framework that is working behind it is the Python framework with the name of not NLP. NLP is language processing. It's for sound processing framework, which is pulling and also populating. So as we have time, thank you, Ran. Thanks to all. And okay, we have Mr. Pua. So I would like to take up his question. So what is the difference between IoT and IIoT and machine learning? So, okay, for this question, I would like to make a very small difference between IoT and machine learning. IoT is something, as at the first slide, I've shown that it's something which is pulling the data and populating the results. Whereas machine learning is a big set of artificial intelligence and neural learning. So machine learning is the bigger scope of AI. So that is ML. We can say like things which is artificial intelligence is more like a brain which is working. For us, it's brain. For a machine, it's artificial intelligence. Whereas machine learning works hands-on with the AI. So that's that. So next, I would like to answer Susanti's question. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. So yeah. So what is IoT? Yeah, as I said, IoT is a acronym for Internet of Things. Internet of Things, where it works. Internet of Things is something which you see in your smartwatch, in your daily usage, in your smart TV, and all this, where you see data is being pulled and also been populated into visualization. And also it's a technology where data communicate with the devices. So next, I would next question would be, can the device connect to the OIT if okay, I got your question. You asking if does IoT works if internet is not there? I would again reiterate, the smartwatch that I'm wearing, or either the Apple Watch you are wearing, is not connected to any network, but still it's taking up data. It's storing in its database. Then after, it will populate it when it's connect to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, because this watch, we need to connect the Bluetooth to the phone. Then after, it transmits the data. Thank you. So that's that. I believe that okay, there is another question from Mr. Ron as well. So the growth of IoT I saw recently where with 5G technology, a surgeon conducted a mock operation on a banana from different continent. I see that's a good sharing. How does 5G and IoT affect our life? Okay, regarding this 5G, I would say we as per my knowledge, we are transferring from 3G in 4G and also now coming to 5G. So 5G is the main role is to make the internet to have the FPS, meaning the rate of refreshing faster compared to whatever Gs that we had, 1G, 2G, 3G. So now currently 5G is the latest one. So we are expecting the internet to be very fast. So that's our expectation, and we believe that technology is meant to fit our expectation. That's what we widely believe. So I would say IoT will work more efficiently when 5G is there. I mean, when internet is fast, whatever we are using, there will be no lagging. Even your smartphone that you are holding right now is IoT, meaning it's pulling data. So when we are connected to 5G, internet is fast, everything is fast, meaning data transmission is going hands on hand. So I believe that even your phone will be very, very fast and sufficient. Meaning whatever you are finding you would get a faster transfer data rate will be fast. And also another scenario is where at my current place where I'm speaking to you, my forum, this is my home office. So at here currently I can see that the atmosphere it's going to rain. So I can see the line, the internet line is getting slower. So you can see what is the important role where the internet and also IoT play hands on hand. So once we have IoT widely spread and also it's fast, so we can have a faster usage of these IoT technologies. Thanks, Ran. Okay. Next, I would like to move to Miss Jia Lee Adra. So a question would be, can IoT be our future occupation? Daily user education, what to expect from this? Okay, thank you. So I strongly believe that you are from an education background. So I mean, you are an educator or education background, or that's your interest to know. So regarding this IoT in our education occupation, I would say it's blooming as well. So whatever technology, even in Malaysia, we are widely using laptops in schools. So in that, I would say, in order to get the data, it's faster. In order to show up data, and also everything is faster. And other than that, in sense of IoT, we can get data from students, meaning we can scrape data from students. How much are they concentrating in classroom? When meaning it's gonna work IoT, where I said before, IoT works for weather as well. IoT we can have in the classroom. We can see how weather can affect a student from studying well. Maybe during rainy situation, the student will be very sleepy, and when it's hot sunny day, the student turn to be performing. So that would be a reason. That would be a reason why the student is studying well. So even in that, we can see IoT can be used in order to pull the data that all these students are giving in order to have a better education in coming years. So not only that, even in the amount of homeworks they are doing, we can collect data, store it in IoT. Then after we can do a data visualization in order to see what are the better things that we can bring to the future. As we always know, education to the kids, and education is our future, country's future. So certainly, Miss Jia, IoT would be very helpful to future education as well. As that sums up my entire topic, which is IoT as in upcoming future. So yeah. So that's the question. So I would like to open the floor. We still have 5 to 10 minutes. Is there any questions? Or if there's no any questions, I I would give another 3 minutes if as I would like to know more. What is your thought about IoT and how much it has helped in your life, and like what Ran told earlier, that there was a situation where IoT was used and it helped in the experiment. So another 3 to 5 minutes, I would like to open for questions, or else I would like to end my session here. So yeah. So I can see that as per now, I can check back. I think I've answered most of the question. So I hope that we are seeing IoT as the future, in where I would like to see few upcoming generation, as I'm a alumni of MMU, meaning I've completed my bachelor's and currently I'm doing few research in order to continue my tertiary studies as well. So I'm seeing a great future in this. I've seen a great future in IoT, meaning I've also worked with few uh, few few companies in order to bring up their IoT India technology. As an example, in my future, as an example, in my previous company where we did arm for the production using IoT, meaning that arm can work 24/7 with the help of IoT in order to process the whole production. So meaning it made the production easier, and also it was collecting data in order to make the production more efficient. So that's one thing. And yeah, hi Ron, there's another question from Ron. Okay, in your experience, what are some IoT tools we can be excited to use, like the Google Home? Okay, that's another interesting question. So a part of this Google Home was a thing was gifted by my elder sister, who's in technology line as well. She gifted to me, but I'm a strong user of Xiaomi brand. So I'm not sure how many of y'all have used Xiaomi in this forum, but I'm a staunch user of Xiaomi, and currently I have few devices which is connected to my Xiaomi phone. So phone I'm using as a Xiaomi phone, so it's a IoT thing. So one of the exciting thing that I've used is the Xiaomi television deck, where it works as a television deck where you place it like your Astro over there, and you can connect your Netflix, and also even you can cast whatever you are watching in YouTube. Even these days, if I watch any forum, I will cast it in my television. So that is one of the best experience I have had. And also recently I've got an Xiaomi Watch third version. That's also a watch which is like the smartphone, a smartwatch which is connected to the smartphone, and it's populate data in order for me to track my daily run, meaning my daily jogging, run, and also workouts in the gym is tracked in the watch. So this is interesting as well. And it also happened to tell me that it will trigger me. There will be a vibration after 10 p.m. saying that, hi, sir, you need to have adequate sleep in order to have adequate energy to continue your day. So that was pretty interesting too. Meaning it is calculating how many hours of sleep I'm having, how hydrated am I, and all this calculation will be populated via the connection to the phone when I connect to Bluetooth. And from there, now life is getting much more simple, Ron, as I know how healthy am I, how much of activity I'm doing, how much am I running, So yeah, life is much more easier. Life is much more active. And also another interesting thing that I have a community that in my Garmin watch, we have a community where we have all our running friends in there. So we can see how much are they running in a day. So it's a thing which is pushing me to run. Meaning today I see my friend called Ali. Ali is running 10 kilometers. So there will be a tournament where I can see myself, oh, I just only did 2 kilometers of run today. So I must get my run more and get it more, more efficient. So this is helping me in and out. And also what is another interesting thing that IoT is brought in my life and your life is we can check out whether tomorrow, whether it's going to rain or it's going to be a sunny day. So even now, if you see in your, I bet if you see in your smartphone, on the right corner, if I'm not mistaken, Google has come out with a technology where it can show up whether is it raining right now, or is it cloudy, or is it musty, or whether you can go out, how much is the air quality out there. So yeah, everything seems to be like life is getting easier, and I believe life will get more easier as day passes by, as more research is going on this IoT. So yeah, that's that run. Thank you. Yeah. I'm very happy to know that you are a Xiaomi user too. Yeah, let's wait for more technology to come and more latest Xiaomi to come with hands full of technology and IoT usage. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Ron. So as we have another 3 minutes for the question session to end. If there's no any question, I will pass it to the MC to take it up. Yeah. And thank you guys. Thank you for sharing your beautiful Sunday with the technology. And I hope to see you all guys soon. Soon. Yeah, soon. And thank you. Back to you, MC. Thank you. I would stop my sharing.
Thank you, Mr. Shatiswaran. Dear participants, kindly fill out the sign-out form and feedback form after the webinar. We would like to take a group photos with everyone in this webinar. Please turn on your camera and stand by. Okay, ready? Speaker? The camera is on. Okay, so everyone ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, let's take a freestyle. 3, 2, 1, smile. Thank you, Mr. Shatiswaran, for the insightful webinar. Dear participants, please join us for the webinar titled Future of AI Symbiosis at 3:30 p.m. later. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe.